Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell.
Hi and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
I'm Sven.
And tonight we're having a pissing contest about which is the ugliest ship.
That one.
Yeah, that was really quick. Okay, so in one of our recent videos, I made a throwaway comment saying about, one day we should actually compare the Excelsior and the Enterprise B about the bits that we think are really tragic. And I said that, not thinking, oh, we are actually going to film it and do it, but just as we should do that at some point. And then one of our viewers went, well, when are you going to do it? So now, here you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm keeping on to this one because it is definitely the better of the two evils.
Yeah.
So,
at least I get the Enterprise out of this.
Now, originally, I was not a fan of the ship. The design,
understandable.
Yeah, it's never worked for me. I own the model because it was still a starship, and I'm, you know me, I'm a completist. I wanted it for the thing. It genuinely pained me to get that.
Fair enough.
So I must admit, I've got a lot better now as I've got older, but it genuinely pained me to get that one.
I do hope John Eves isn't watching this.
This was not his finest work.
But the Enterprise E.
I think he knows that this was not his finest work.
Well, the spec that is what he was told to do was just wrong.
Well, yes.
To be fair.
So,
Okay.
I'll tell you what. Before we review the ships, shall we review the toys?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so it's Art Asylum Diamond Select.
Yep. Which have been repackaged. Did they do an NX-2000 version of that?
Yeah, well, okay, what they did was they released this first,
Right.
then they released that one.
Oh, okay.
Do you notice how it's not here?
Yeah, you don't have it.
Yeah, do you know why I don't have it?
You didn't know it existed.
I've never seen one.
Right.
I've just never seen one. And I've never gone on the hunting challenge to track one down.
Right, okay. I'm betting it's got some nice sound effects in it.
I think they used the movie ones.
So maximum velocity in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It had some lighting differences as well. It had the main shuttle bay light up rather than the warp nacelles, which makes sense because we
Never saw it go to warp.
Didn't go to warp.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it had I want to say it had a different bridge module, but I'm not 100%.
Yes, it will have done because they changed the bridge module between
so it had
3 and 6.
And I think they did some paint changes as well. So, but these are the two that we are basing it on. So let's start with the toy. It is the standard quality for Diamond Select. If you hold it for 3 seconds, 4 seconds, something like that, you get the permanent light feature, which I'm actually a big fan of that.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
Now, what this...
I think the very original releases of these never had that.
The first lot of electronics.
Yeah.
Now, what these do, which no other starship does, let me just get out my handy screwdriver, because I don't know if you know this, Sven, but you know the battery housing? Okay, if I just take...
I must admit, there's no Excelsior classes in my house, except the Eagle Moss one.
Well, that's fair enough. Okay, so if I take out the battery housing, I think you'll be impressed with this. I think you'll be amused. Right, so that panel slides out.
Oh, you get a tray.
The snatch plate.
Okay.
They're on a snatch plate. How cool is that?
That's quite cool.
And it's got proper runners on the inside.
Oh, okay. So it guides it in properly.
Guides it in properly.
It always helps when you guide it in properly.
And the detailing on it is beautiful. Slides straight
That's quite
in.
clever.
Yeah, it's one of those things. So let's go for. Should we do the sound effects next? There, okay. Let's do the sound effects. So
you cycle through. It's going to get confusing if we do one and the other.
Captain's log, USS Excelsior. Hikaru Sulu commanding.
Definitely from Star Trek 6.
okay, lights there and the. Back impulse engines as well. And of course, the main deflector dish.
Don't tell me that was any immediate shock. Helm, engage. Fire, Vaughton! Shoes up. All right, now we've given him something else to shoot at.
Again, great line.
Target that explosion and fire. Nice to see you in action one more time, Captain Kirk. Captain's log, USS Excelsior. Hikaru Sulu commanding.
Okay,
That's cool.
so nice light up, sound quality is good and clear, although obviously being a Diamond Select toy, finding these now with the electronics intact is tricky.
Until they reissue it.
Until they reissue
For
it.
the millionth time. So we'll go to the Enterprise B now. So the light up sections are basically the same as on that, just with the extra.
But one of the nice features, if you light it up, you'll see
I'm
this.
Captain John Harriman.
The impulse engines,
Yeah.
different colour.
Yeah, that's quite nice. To be fair.
I'd be honored if you give the order to get underway.
Of course, the navigational
Take
deflector
us
lights
up.
up.
See, I never had an issue with these impulse engines here. I had the big issue with this because the wash would be hitting
Yeah.
the buzzer ram
So
scoops.
this is really silly.
Yeah.
We're picking up a distress call, Captain. Helm, lay in an intercept course and engage at maximum warp.
That's the sound effect from the Enterprise D, isn't it?
Risk is
Very
part of the
similar.
game. You want to sit in that chair. Activate main deflector. Damage report, Ensign. I'm Captain John Harriman.
Around to the start. So yeah, clear samples from Star Trek Generations, whereas that's got clear samples from Star Trek 6.
Yep.
Makes
So, obviously, we'll start with the main differences. Should we start with the warp nacelles?
Yep.
For instance, on yours, you have the back fins,
Yep.
the front fins,
Yep.
and a narrower buzzard ram scoop
Yep.
with a cowling down.
in front. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There's the warp nacelle. There's the impulse engine
Yeah,
differences.
so you've got extra impulse engines on there.
You have lifeboats all the way around that section there, which are clearly moulded into the plastic. Where on this version it was a paint job, but they're not supposed to be lifeboat things.
Yeah.
Okay. There's very obvious paint job differences between the two. Then there is the differences with the main deflector dish.
Yeah.
And the difference
The surrounds,
with the
With a big bulge,
The big
which was
bulge.
designed specifically to not allow because basically this was the Excelsior model with bits added on.
Yeah, the idea was that they were going to add the bits on so that they could blow them off and it looked really good, but the problem is they super glued them on.
Yeah, because they wanted to avoid damaging the original model, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then probably use the wrong glue.
Yeah.
So it actually damaged the model by doing
They
it.
damaged the model, which was just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, considering what Johnny's was told to do, which was take an Excelsior class and allow it to be slightly different and have bits that could blow off, which is basically what he did.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that made this slightly non-canon because all the way through next gen you've got a normal Excelsior class as Enterprise B on the wall. Minor point. I think considering what John was asked to do, he did the best he could with it.
As I said, it's a style choice.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes it, but the
I mean, it's
toy...
bad enough I don't like that, and to make it worse. Yeah.
Yeah, they made a bad thing even better. So these are on the TWOC deltas.
Yep. Which makes sense.
Has the standard hinge point, which always worries me when you start
That's ball
moving
and
them
socket,
because they break.
You can hear it creaking.
Yeah, you can hear it.
And they're so fragile. You're just like, no, don't mess with it.
Don't mess with it. It's what you should do. I mean, people have them posed at weird angles. It's like, nope.
Don't.
Mine are straight. Mine sit there because I know what happens. However, I do think this is probably one of the better of the stands.
Yeah. It's not as thin.
No. But it's again with that, it still has the same issue in the same place.
Yeah.
So regardless of how beautiful the base stand is, the top is a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of the ships in the fleet that I think a lot of us have and get, but don't really like.
Well, there's some people that prefer the Excelsior to any other ship, but they tend to be the people who like their battles more. Because the thing is that the Excelsior was, when the Excelsior was originally being designed, the idea was for it to be a streamlined battleship.
Yeah.
To add to the action of the movies.
Yeah.
And to replace the Enterprise.
Yeah, nah.
But it was.
It was. I just don't like it. I don't have to like it.
That was one executive producer's idea for what he wants to do with the series, which, you know, was a complete... Yeah, well, Star Trek 4 was a bit of a snub, wasn't it? I'm counting on Excelsior. Why on earth would you want that bucket of balls? Yeah, I agree with Scotty. But then, you know, I like the refit Enterprise from the motion picture, so...
Yeah.
That's my favourite.
But the toy is a nice, solid toy. There's other than the hinge point, I understand.
Yeah.
Other than that, there is nothing wrong per se.
What I would do is, if you do want to get one of these, is actually budget in for one of the replacement stands that are available on the third-party market.
Yeah.
Because that would be much nicer than this and might last more than 5 minutes.
It's true. If we can find links, I'm sure they'll appear on Facebook.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
But there we go.
But there you go. So, to get into that pissing contest. Yep, you lose. It's just,
Ugly.
It really
Uglier.
doesn't. It really doesn't. There is nothing about this design I like.
The thing is the problem we're getting into here is the fact we're going, well, this is the worst starship.
Oh no. No. It is not the worst.
Worst Federation starship?
No, I've seen worse. There are now worse Federation ships.
Even in Discovery.
But at the time...
Yeah.
But at the time, this was the worst.
Yeah.
It's one of those. But do you know what one of the really ironic things is? Because you know Generations is not a film I particularly enjoy for numerous reasons. But do you know what? Do you know what one of the really ironic things is about the Enterprise B?
No, go on.
I own a bit of it.
Yeah. There we go.
It's one of the few panels I've managed to get my... Because the panels for the ships are a pain in the ass. But yep, there you go. That is...
Is that the one from Deflector Control that Kirk last touched? Is that the last piece of starship that Kirk touched?
Yes and no.
What do you mean yes and no?
It is, but you don't see it on the screen.
Oh, okay. Does he like...
Hand in.
Right, and you don't see the actual panel?
Not from that. Well, not on the release. Apparently there was a camera angle you did.
Oh.
But Richard Arnold, so yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so I actually own a piece of that ship, and it's one of the starships I really.
Well, let's put it like this. This was at the time the worst Federation starship design.
At the time.
At the time. But there's plenty of starships from other franchises that are far, far worse.
Oh, it makes you look back in a nostalgic.
Yes.
Yeah. To be fair though, it makes me look back on this one with a nostalgic, not that.
Well, I tell you what is quite cool is when you see this again with a different name on it and the Defiant flying over it and putting holes in it. That was quite cool.
You enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that.
You enjoyed that bit. Okay. Well, I don't feel we actually did a decent review of this because it's really hard to.
Well, the problem is for what they are what they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
They're really nicely done.
Oh no,
The fact that, we don't like the design of the ship is irrelevant.
Is irrelevant. As a toy,
they're like 8s and 9s out of 10 kind of territory, aren't
oh
they?
yeah. Well,
It's just this stand.
They're 8s.
Okay.
They're
I'll go with
8s. They're not 10s because they could have done a lot more with the price point than they did.
Bearing in mind we do get shafted on everything over here.
Yes.
Along these lines.
It's true. It's true. We really do.
Because in the States these are a damn sight cheaper than
Oh
they are here.
yeah, they're a lot cheaper than the US. The US are lucky bunnies when it comes to things.
I mean, to give you an idea of some of the price differences, these would retail over here between £70 and £80.
Yes.
Which is over $100 at this point.
Yeah. Just.
And to give you another idea, AMT did a model kit set of all of the Enterprises not that long ago. It was supposed to be for the 50th anniversary and then they delayed a bit.
Pushed back, wasn't it?
The UK recommended retail price on that is £120. I believe it's on Amazon.com for US people at $60 to $70, which is just sickening. Though you do have to bear in mind that in the States they don't include sales tax, but over here all our prices include 20% VAT.
No, which is
tax, which is the same as the sales tax in the States.
Yeah, but even so, at 20%, it's still not. Yeah, but it's again with the. It's one of the different. I mean, we do better in other things.
Yeah,
this is true.
Yes, totally. But there we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. It's Eagle Moss. That's it. It's not fair. It's not fair. Okay, so we both agree that for what they are, they're very good.
Yeah.
Of the two models,
yeah,
but only by a piece of us also.
Is there a piece of you going, I want the NX-2000 just because it says, how can you have a yellow alert in space dock?
I do actually. I want one because it is significantly different than the two.
Yeah.
The completest in me would like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
But again, with the not enough that I have physically gone down and tracked one down. It's one of those things I will stumble across one at some point.
And you just go, yoink.
Yoink. That is the battle.
It's like me with any Enterprise Constitution class refit or Enterprise A.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I don't have one of those. Yoink.
Yank. Is it? Yeah. Cool. Right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say about this particular model before I wrap this bad boy up?
I hate this.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I can't go against that. That's fair enough. So those are actually mostly my opinion, but some of them are his. We'd love to read yours though, so please leave them in the comments section below. If you haven't, you should take this opportunity to subscribe to us here on YouTube.
Follow us on both Facebook and Twitter.
And while you're on Facebook, you should check out Geekology the group, because that's where we hide all the pretty pictures of all the things we review.
And don't forget to check out our Patreon page. Now, if you subscribe at the tier, which is marked Ensign/Mini Autobot, you can get early access to our videos.
Ooh! Thank you for watching, and good night. Bye. I mean, you know I've got... It's time. time for Sven to get to an 80s orgy.
That's an Amiga soundtrack. Fuck.
An early 80s orgy. So,
It didn't come out till 85. That was the 1000. The 500 wasn't until say 87. How's that early? So you want the NX2000 version of this simply so you can go, how do you have a yellow alerting space dock? Because he needs a space dock.
I do, because I got one. And that is not enough. I wanted to order more. And what happens when you try ordering space docks?
It doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. Okay, so those are my thoughts, and that's Sven's as well. So yeah, I should have chosen a different line for there, but never mind. I'm going to run with this anyway. So those are our thoughts. Would have been a better way of expressing that concept. We'd love to read some of yours, so please leave them in the comment section below.
I'll edit it until it's brilliant.
Yeah, edit it.
So do about 5 seconds.
There.